let's talk about the Ravens and the Chiefs coming up, because now all of a sudden, as 2-1-2, one of those teams is going to be 1-3.
Yeah.
Which is a very interesting situation. Should either one of those teams be worried? Should both of those teams be worried? What's your read on what's going on with both of those teams? Either one of those teams.
Okay.
Who needs the game more in your humble opinion?
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah,
because I do feel that both teams have concerns.
Correct.
And this is not me like weaseling out of being definitive, but I've been thinking about this. Both teams have like super glaring concerns. I think really for gameplay wise, schematically with Baltimore, you have to address the defense.
Correct.
You have to stop the self-inflicted turnovers in the fourth quarter. King Henry. But you know, your best players are still operating at a high level. Right. But to me, now you're starting to get the ramblings and rumblings about John Harbaugh.
Yeah. I mean, but this has just been him. You know, and so here's my thing about the Ravens. They started poorly defensively last year, and they kind of righted the ship. So with both of these teams, right, Kansas City, they have concerns offensively.
Right.
There are reinforcements on the way, though, because
right.
Rashee Rice is suspended for the 6 games. He's their best receiver, obviously.
Correct.
He'll return. So they have that light at the end of the tunnel. They like, okay, our number one receiver will be back. Baltimore, same thing. Matabike, one of the best interior defensive linemen in football. You know, he's like a poor man's Aaron Donald. And then also Van Noy, their best edge rusher from last year. You know, I think he led their team in sacks. He's coming back defensively, you know, so they got reinforcements on the way. So both of the teams, like, you know, one struggling defensively, one struggling offensively, they can both say there's reinforcements coming.
Exactly.
You know, help is on the way.
Right.
But if I had to say which team needed the game more, I would definitely say Kansas City.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they are in a tougher division.
Okay.
I think that Baltimore could be 1-3, but I think the rest of the division is so bad.
Yeah, I mean, Pittsburgh, are they really afraid of Pittsburgh?
No.
You know, Cleveland's Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland and Cincinnati is without Joe Burrow. Yeah,
But here's my thing with the Chiefs. And what I was really going to say about the Chiefs, and to your point, I agree with you 100%. Where, you know, a lot of the chatter with Harbaugh, you know, I think a win could cure a lot of it.
Yeah,
but I think, you know, if the losses build, because the players are there.
Yes,
you know. Whereas to me with Kansas City, I think the difference is when they were operating at the premium level, those guys just aren't there anymore.
Right. Well,
I mean, like even, and I mean, not just Tariq, because they won without Tariq.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just think like schematically, they just don't have those same dynamic guys as weapons. Like I feel they have guys that can make a play here and there.
Well, let me say, because I don't think you all the way off base. Xavier Worthy should be back as well. He's the fastest guy in football.
Yeah, without question.
You know, I would like to see what, you know, because again, this is them, and I'm thinking like a Chiefs fan. Not that I am one. But if I'm a Chiefs fan, I'm like, we got Xavier Worthy coming back. Rashee Rice will be back. Those are two of the best offensive weapons in football, not just for our team. Those, you know, well, Xavier Worthy potentially, Rashee Rice definitely.
Right.
He's definitely one of the best receivers in football. So if you can get them back in the fold, you can then, because one of the problems Kansas City has is that they can't run the ball well. what happens when you don't have your outside threats?
Right.
Yeah, people packing the box in, you know, like they the safeties are down. Right. We want to, if we don't believe you can take the top off, you know, we don't believe Hollywood Brown is going to do us like that.
Right, for sure.
You put Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy back in the mix, they will lift those safeties. For sure. All of a sudden the box will be a lot looser.
I agree. But but even going back to last year with their wins, they didn't look like the Chiefs. Like, to me, it looks almost kind of like how the Lions were in the early part of the season. And again, they were exacerbated by injuries, you know, and suspensions, you know, no doubt, you know, I definitely consider that. But the Chiefs just haven't looked like the Chiefs in a while. And I just feel like other teams in the AFC have gotten better. I mean, even in their own division.
Yeah, but remember Rice, he had the ACL last year.
For sure.
So he got taken out by Patrick Mahomes of all people.
Yeah. Right.
So, and I think that was relatively early.
Right.
I thought early in the year they looked pretty good, but you're right. Like, they haven't had a full accompaniment of offensive weapons. And again, I'm just trying to think of it as
I
a
get
chief.
it. No, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, because
100%.
you might be right. Like, everything might get on the field, and it still is like, okay.
I just feel like the Chiefs as
the mystique is
like
gone.
Almost kind of like not quite the Warriors per se, because I feel like Mahomes is just closer to operating at just the, you know, top tier player in the league level,
right?
You know, more so than say like a Steph, you know what I mean? But I just feel like the way that they win championships is, you know, is like really getting closer to the expiration date.
No,
in terms of like how it just looks on the field and how teams look going against it.
I don't disagree, because to your point, guys used to get open. And that's why I'm like, I want to see when Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy are in the lineup, because I think that one of the problems is that you got Juju Smith-Schuster and Hollywood Brown, and
that's fair.
Travis Kelce's corpse, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got a bunch of guys who Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy can get open, I mean, and don't get me wrong, like Thornton has popped open a couple of times. He's really speedy and has popped open, but he's not the route runner that Rice is.
Right.
Like, Rice is a real number one receiver.
Yeah, he is. That's true, and he will make a difference. That's
I think that I think things will. I'm not saying that he'll be the cure-all, because I agree with you. I think some of the mystique is gone, no matter what. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think some of the Kansas City mystique is gone, and that teams do not fear them anymore.
And they have to come back and they have to hit the ground running.
Correct, and they won't. You know what I'm saying? Like, Rashee Rice been out for over, you know, I mean, we saw it with Hutch.
Right.
Like, even when he comes back, it's going to take him some time to be himself again.
Right, for sure.
So, he had the 6-week suspension. So, he's not going to be himself right away. It's going to take him some time to get acclimated and to get back in sync with Patrick Mahomes and to fit back into the offense. Same thing with Xavier Worthy. Like, he got hurt, like, on the, first drive of the first game.
Don't let that start to become a thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, he already is pretty slight.
That's
in
what
the
I'm
first
saying.
place.
Like, we don't want that to become a thing.
Yeah, so he's kind of been nicked up as it is. So like, again, I want to see if they can.
You want to see them fully loaded and run some wins off and
establish that continuity.
Sure. I mean, that's fair. They've definitely earned that. You know,
and I mean, but to your point though, the way that Kansas City used to get it done, because I still think they have a good defense, but they can't play complementary football.
Right.
The complementary football is in being able to run the ball.
Yes.
If you can't run the football, and that's the same thing with the Ravens. It's like, the Ravens defense is bad, but one of the problems is that they couldn't run the football.
True.
And that's why, again, we talked about this off air last season. I was like, I think the Lions match up well with the Eagles because the Eagles 31st in pass offense. I'm like, they want to try to run the ball on us. When we've been healthy, we stop the run. Yep. You're not going to run the ball on us all day. So we're going to take your run away, and we're going to turn the 31st pass offense into a must-pass offense. Yep. And I'm like, and I'm not telling you that because Jalen Hurts has shown that, when he needs to pass, he can. Yep. But he going to need to pass is my point. And I'm like, and they were going to have to come to us at home. And you know what our offense can do at home.
Oh, man.
I'm like, we turned the ball over 4 times, looked horrible, and still scored 31 points in the playoffs last year. We played horribly. I'm like, so we bring in a 30-piece with us every time. That's not necessarily what the Eagles want to do.
Right.
I'm like, again, 50-point games. We've done it 3 times since 2023. The whole rest of the league has done it 4. Yeah. So we can bring a boatload of points, a boatload of scoring against a team that really want to run the ball and take the air out the ball. Yep. And I'm like, that's why I felt like, and that's not a knock because I think Philly is a very good team. I'm like, the teams that eat us alive are the teams that can hit us with the shot plays, the chunk plays, the deep balls, taking advantage of our weak secondary because that's really been our issue almost really for the entire time Dan Campbell has been here. We haven't really gotten the secondary right. And if we ever could, if we ever get a real number 1 corner, we going to be dangerous because we figured out the rest of it.
Yep.
If we get a real number 1 corner that's a shutdown corner, it's gonna be lights out for the rest of the. That's why I almost wish that in free agency we just went and bought one. Like, just go buy one. Go buy us a corner, bro.
I think we're at that point now.
Yeah,
where we can go get mercs.
Where
we can get some mercenary pieces. Now.
Exactly. Like just go buy me one, bro.
You're the guy that can get us over the hump.
Yeah, just go buy one, man. Go buy me a Sauce Gardner. You know what I'm saying? Just go buy him
for sure.
Yeah, just I don't care what it costs, man. Go buy that, and then can buy that final piece of the puzzle, man. Yep. But